cause I'm trying to make heaven my home. Can't talk about the preacher and still see the maker, cause I'm trying to make heaven my home. But I'm trying to make heaven my home. My mind's made up and I won't turn back, cause I'm trying to make heaven my home. Yes, I'm trying to make heaven my home. I'm trying to make heaven my home. I'm walking with Jesus each step of the way, cause I'm trying to make heaven my home. I won't turn back no matter what they say, cause I'm trying to make heaven my home. I'm trying, yes I'm trying to make heaven my home. I'm trying, yes I'm trying to make heaven my home. I'm trying.
My love, I will wait for you. You'll be patient too. In love feels for you. You are mine. I know this is new to you. We can walk it through. See what love can do. So here we are now at the threshing floor. Let's trust less and talk more. You could tell me all of your great plans. To know the boy inside the man feels like I'm awake and dreaming. To lay here at your feet, 'tis so sweet to know that you're the one. Yeah, I will wait for you. You'll be patient too. In love feels for you. I know this is new to you, but we can walk it through. See what love can do. You are the one. You are the one. A foreigner, you took me in, taught me to love again. You are my redemption in the presence of mighty men. So as I'm gleaning, my face is gleaming, knowing one day we'll right away go and have on a lineage. You are the one. So now there is no fear. Our business is to pass the limits, breaking down barriers that were set up for our failure. Our love can stand the test if we fight for it, work day and night for it. We can show the world cause we know who's down for us, and in God we trust. Go in full faith, no doubt, not even for a minute, but your heart gotta be in it, and I'm here to win it. So let all the people who stand before us be our witness that you are the one. You. My love, I will wait for you. All I ask, you'll be patient too. I'll go on in love feels for you. You are the one. I know this is new to you. It's okay.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Gem FM. I'm your host, the Sheriff. Today with me, I just have to Reverend Barbara. Are you there? Hello.
Yes, good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing excellent. Thank you.
Great. I There's a number of persons I think in the waiting room, and is Dr. Kalu here yet?
Dr. Kalu, I'm sure he's been waiting for.
Okay. All right.
Morning, morning,
Good morning, sir. How are you?
excellent, very well.
Okay. All right. I have let's see what I have some new information here. So I gotta pull it up and yeah. Okay. Okay. Document. Okay, so Dr. Kalu, again, I want to welcome you back to Gem FM a second time, in a different capacity in terms of what we're going to talk about this morning. So people who doesn't know who you are, Dr. Makule, I hope I get this right, Onyakuche. I hope I'm getting it right. Abasi Kula.
Just say Macaulay Kalu, please. Just
Macaulay Culkin. Okay. I love all this stuff because it's one of the things I think about us in the Caribbean. We have lost that, We have this other British and Scottish names that we get so familiar with that we don't practice to speak, our native, I call it our native language. So, so forgive me for that. Known to be a business leader guru. As an elevated leader, Dr. Kalu is a seasoned multi-discipline leadership advisor with more than 25 years of diverse experience and successful growth in leadership management, diplomatic relations, coaching, mentorship, and conflict resolution expert. He has served in various senior leadership positions ranging from Chief Operating Officer and Chief Executive Officer to advisor to continental country leadership, as well as many successful startups and turnaround. He is sought after for his vast wisdom, insight, and tailored guidance and advice. He is effective in his craft because of his unique expertise, strong knowledge based on multiple industries and governmental processes, and a hands-on approach in his delivery. With his diverse leadership background and proven ability to lead organizations through intensive change and growth, Dr. Kalu easily connects with leaders and governments. Understanding the challenges, Dr. Kalu is an expert in assessing, analyzing, and creating strategies and policies to refine and focus leadership and the team direction and performance. He understands the purpose-driven leadership with the spirit of excellence. He has an outstanding record of accomplishment in several industries, including media and entertainment, insurance, real estate, mining and tourism, and hospitality. just to round it up, I want to thank you again, Doctor, for being here with us. And our conversation this morning will be more focusing on African Union Caribbean Unity Conference happening this on the 24th of August. Let me just pull that up here one more time. I haven't seen you on camera, so I don't know if you could turn on your camera so we could start to communicate here with the rest of the world. Where's my yes, all right. Always the charming smile. I love it. Okay, so how are you today, Doc?
I am excellent. I'm doing amazingly well, and good to see you, Brother John.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So coming up, you'll be the keynote speaker just off the back, right off the bat. You'll be the keynote speaker at the conference coming up. Tell us a little about. Introduce yourself, and then we'll talk a little bit about what is happening in the next couple of weeks. Go ahead. Okay.
Well, my name's Macaulay Ekachi Kalu. Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Secretary General for the Community of the Pacific, which is headquartered here in Toronto, Canada. We have the Africa CARICOM Summit, driven by Civil Society on this just this coming Saturday at Toronto City Hall.
I think you're breaking up a bit here. I don't know. Yeah, there's like a breaking up in the link. Check again and see. Yeah, I'm okay on my. Yeah.
I'm better.
It's still bad. It's still breaking up. Wow.
You don't hear me?
Yeah, I hear you better now. Yeah. I hear you better now.
You hear me better?
Yeah, better now. Yes. So go ahead.
Okay. Once again, I am Macaulay Onyekachi Obasekalu, Secretary General for the African Union 6th Region, also known as Economic Community of Africa 6th Region. And we're very excited on what is happening in building the bridge between Africa and the CARICOM. This Saturday, 7th of September, we'll be having the Africa CARICOM Summit at the Toronto City Hall at the Chamber. Hope you can hear me better and clear.
Yeah, he's breaking up again. Just okay. All right, go ahead again. Let me hear you.
Okay, so I don't know if it's better now. I don't know if
it's still breaking up. I don't know why. It's still breaking up. Is there?
It's still breaking up.
Yeah. When I speak like that, I just hear it again. It's good now, but again, go ahead.
Okay. My name's Macaulay Onyekachi Obasekalu. Is that better?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And Secretary General for the Economic Community of Africa 6th Region. And we are having the Africa CARICOM Summit happening September 7th, just this coming Saturday at the Toronto City Hall at 100 Queen Street.
Okay, great. So in that summit, what is the primary objective of the summit?
Well, the primary objective, is to strengthen the Africa CARICOM relationship. Because there's a lot of things. The first summit that happened between some of the heads of states of the African Union and the CARICOM community happened in 2021, September 7th.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a commitment to make sure that we continue to promote that, because the Caribbean community are part of the African community because of what we know as, the impact and the challenges of transatlantic slavery that brought over 6.57 million people from Africa into the Caribbean.
Right.
And so, generations passed and years passed, we are still one family. We are still connected. And so one of the things that came out of that summit that happened was to establish a joint African Union CARICOM electronic mass media platform to facilitate flow of information, so that people will get the news and get programs between the two regions to know what is going on, and also to establish something to stop the double taxation, right? Between the two areas, and also to have the ability to have direct flights between Africa and the Caribbean, right?
Yes.
So, and also to look at the aspect of visa relationship, so that which is already happening in some countries where the Caribbean countries going to Africa don't need a visa to go into Africa, and the same thing is happening where some African countries can come into the Caribbean with that. So to establish and strengthen that relationship, as well as deal with the aspect of public-private partnership between the two regions, and also deploying some financial support between the two regions, which we are seeing African banking quite a lot right now within the Caribbean region.
Yeah.
So, and also to use the African Continental Free Trade Agreement that was just established to drive economic trade and tourism, sports, culture, and everything between the two regions as well. So these are some of the things that came out of that summit, and we're looking to finalize a better, stronger, even memorandum of understanding between the two regions, so that the world will know that we are actually one people. Now, that is just based on what you call the political forefront,
Right.
But the major part is the overall sixth region of the continent of Africa, which is what our office represents,
Right.
Concerning all people of African origin, comprising of historic diasporans, contemporary diasporans, and friends of Africa, reminding us that life began in Africa. And so all of us are connected to the motherland. And that's what the whole essence of that. How do we drive relationship and strengthen our bonds between Africa and the CARICOM through the people of African origin? We are the ones to do it. We are the ones to write that story. And that's the essence of this. And to remind ourselves that there are opportunities of us working together and solving our own problems.
Right. Coming out of the 2021 summit, given the construct under which the region have joined together, what do you see some of the strengths that derive out of that in terms of unifying the Caribbean and Africa?
Well, there's a lot of things that have come up, just like I mentioned, since that about a year ago, the African Union, through its financial institution, established the biggest financial institution from the continent in the Barbados, right?
Okay.
And now that institution supports member states. So I believe that is about 12 member states from the Caribbean community have rectified to become part of this bank. And now they are getting also financial support to that. And also have led, a lot of relationship. There are planes now, the flights that come from Africa into the Caribbean. They have been doing some test flights. We want to see more of that happening. So that's part of what came out of that, to rectify those kind of agreements, between the two regions. And also to make sure that some of the things that had happened in the past, when there is dealing with aspect of equitable representation, right, and inclusion, And also lifting of unilateral economic sanctions,
Right.
right, and embargoes that goes like what we see in Cuba and what happened in Zimbabwe, right?
Yes.
There are also two regions that have been affected by all these kind of embargoes, and so this aspect now has brought to a place where between the two regions they can support themselves. Don't wait for any embargo that will destroy our people, no matter what's going on. And so the two regions are really strengthening their bonds together. As you know, the African Union is part of the G20, and
Right.
which is where economic policies are made. And now
Yes.
being there, they will be protecting the interests of the Caribbean now on the forefront for our policy and all that. So it's an important agreement and relationship that we need to take very seriously and continue to push on the things that have been agreed between the two regions. Right? We need to put an eye on that and make sure that those bonds are strengthened, every single day and every year. So these are some of the things that have come out of that relationship. Just making sure that we are in line and we are all working together as one people.
Right. In terms of working together, I know sometimes when ideas are new, there seems to be some hesitancy by certain leaders. Have you, in the last couple of years, with the establishment of the bank in Barbados and so on, and the coming together, even in the sixth region, do you have any kind of a hesitancy or questioning whether it will be successful or not? Because we see a lot of times when things are new and coming from Africa and Africa leading in terms of Caribbean and the connection, there's a lot of iffy. Have you found out that there's any kind of a hesitancy by certain groups or a certain organization to really come on board?
The contrary is actually the issue. The contrary is the issue. There's more excitement and there's more support than ever seen before.
Right.
And again, it's not in the talks, it's in the action. So
nice.
The Union have stepped up their relationship. As a matter of fact, the biggest bank in the world, the AAA bank, the Afreximbank, had their general meeting that brought over 5,000 people into the Bahamas, right?
Wow.
And so having a lot of heads of state being there and former heads of state from Africa and then leaders from the CARICOM community as well. And there has been other summits that has been happening between the two regions and forums. And so I see the whole thing welcomed by great excitement. As you know, during the COVID, we were all sidelined, whether Africa or the Caribbean. Even the COVID, if that was to what would determine our being alive, we've all been
wiped out.
The rest of the world was holding these things. But still, the Afreximbank came up and supported, and buying enough quantity for Africa and the Caribbean, in making sure that no matter what is happening, if that's what is the case, we have it covered. So I really see for now, which I believe and hope that it will continue, the quite great excitement about what is going on right now.
Right. Given the summit happening in Toronto here, as a keynote speaker, what would be your main focus on delivering that keynote message to the leaders that will be there to strengthen the CARICOM solidarity and prosperity?
Well, once again, is to help us understand that we are one people, okay? And that it's time for us to go beyond the rhetorics and the talks in being intentional in what we want to achieve. There are things that we've pointed out as key areas of collaboration, working together in regards to even the aspect of the trade and all the other things that are happening. And so we want to highlight some of the key things, that are happening, that we should be proud of as based on what's going on between Africa and the CARICOM community. Also to talk about some of the things that has been achieved. For example, right now within the CARICOM community, or even here as in Canada or in the global diaspora, there are funds now available to support businesses, right?
Right.
Within our communities. And so these are some of the things that we want to talk about. And also to highlight what is happening. What are the Caribbean community doing to support the African community, and vice versa? What are we doing? And there are a lot of things to show that we are one people, especially being here in Canada, right? It has been shown that I tell people, I say, when they look at you, they don't look at Caribbean or African. They call you African. They call you African Canadian. That word Africa, brings us all together. And so it's important that we understand what these things mean. And we want to highlight some of these, great success stories, and also explain how far we can go in working together.
They surely comforts thee.
My table, oh, has furnished in the presence of my foes.
My head overflowed with oil, my cup it overflow. Goodness and mercy all my life shall surely follow me. And in just house forevermore, my dwelling place must be.
Goodness and mercy all my life shall surely follow me. And in Jehovah's forevermore, my dwelling place shall be.
Yes, welcome back. We lost connection there, so let me just reconnect with the stream. Stop. Okay, still streaming. Yeah, I don't know why it just went off on us here for a reason. Okay, before you ended, before I was going to ask you a question as it relates to our region and the Caribbean community and small businesses in Canada. How can they access funding to? Because you know the difficulty for black persons to go to the bank and get loans and stuff like that. They have this barrier put up, and I think there is a 10 employee rule to be considered a small business, and there are people who are just individual businesses, right? And they still having problem getting business loans for the business plans written up and so on. Can your organization, in collaboration with the Caribbean community, how can you assist those small businesses to become more economically viable as it is right now?
Well, thank you for that question, and that is exactly our focus right now.
Okay.
Our goal is to make sure that every person of African origin, whether in the Caribbean or here in Canada, in the diaspora, in the US or anywhere, will be able to have at least one business per family. Not just saying that you come to us. We're intentionally going to make sure that we work with every family to make sure there is sustainability. But on the other hand, if you have a great idea for a business, or you have a business already, or you are interested to acquire a franchise, which means whether it's a McDonald's, a Tim Hortons, or something that you have an interest, whether you can qualify or not, we will work with you to make sure that you qualify, or that you have an interest as an entrepreneur to come up with a business. That's what we are there now to do. I am not just saying it as a talk. All you need to do is to get registered as a member of the 6th region. You go online at au6rg.org, send your information, or come to our office in Vaughan, 29 Tandem Road in Vaughan, and get to know what is happening. And that's why this forum on September 7th is important. Everybody's invited. You're interested in doing business, come there and let us know about it. We will be there. The economic team of the 6th region will be there to answer every question possible, to make sure that our community understand that their help is here, support is here. Every aspect of opportunity to do business. Businesses provide services, anything that can be called a business that gives you an ROI, return on investment. We are here to make sure that happens. So that's our key focus right now.
Okay. So I really like, God, that I asked you that, because a lot of times we hear those organizations, we hear those stuff, but we never see results happening. And I'm glad that you were able to say that, because there is organization that's set up to help black communities, and when they go into that, who's the red tapes, still eliminating them from getting the funding. And I've known of just Saturday, I was speaking to someone Saturday afternoon, and there was approach to get funding from a government assistance program for small businesses, but then they was not qualified based on the fact that they didn't have 10 employees. So they would not get the money. They still have money for a small business, but would not get it because they doesn't have 10 employees as a small business. So I'm happy that you're here this morning to say that to us as a people, that we will work, even though we're not qualified, we could make us qualify. You could work on us to help us to become, because we have to be able to have economic power. And without that, we can't really satisfy the needs of our community that as we should. And I'm so happy that the 6th region, African 6th region, is doing such a thing and pulling the Caribbean folks together with Africa to ensure that we have a more stable economic footing in our region and in Canada in particular. In terms, I was also talking to someone who traveled into Africa and on a mission trip, but when we look back at the Caribbean, we're always not getting the access that we wanted to get to Africa. And now that we're talking about flights going directly from Africa to the Caribbean, it's an amazing thing, because now we can get on a plane without a visa and travel to the motherland to see what's happening for ourselves, to explore and to see, instead of what CNN tells us about Africa in sort of the far region outside of the cities where real development is taking place. We're not seeing that as much as we should. So I'm happy to have that happening, that collaboration happening within our region. So I want to thank you for that. What else can we expect from the sixth region after the summit?
Well, there are overall support. That's why we're saying this whole thing right now is very intentional. And really, I mean, the major essence of this is to remind people and invite them to come in at the Toronto City Hall. It's just right downtown there. It's very accessible by every means, whether subway or bus or anything. To come there at 10 o'clock on Saturday, 7th, which is just this few days from now, this Saturday, that they come there. And they can go on the website and register.
Right.
au6rg.org or the African CARICOM /au6rg.org, which is the website for the conference. And so there's so much to expect, because some of the things we are working on is to make sure that we train our community, prepare them. There are people who want grants. Fine. We are doing what we can to make sure that they get the grants. As a matter of fact, there are programs that are there to have small businesses to get some, kind of support and grants for between $2,000 to $5,000 after they have received some training to help them. And also, to support individuals or businesses that want to, write a business plan, put together their business plan and all that. So there are a lot of things that are available now. And again, our goal is, we are very intentional in making sure that no one is left behind. It's no more of you going somewhere and you're not sure what to expect. Saying that you're coming to your own. Being a member of the sixth region is being a member of your own family. It's not about them versus you. It's your program. It's your project. It's your family. Sometimes people come and say, they're registered and talking to me as if, what can the organization do for me? I said, what can you do for yourself?
Right.
It's you are a family. So you bring out those ideas that you believe that can help you and help others, and come tell us what you are doing to support our community, so that people are aware. And that's what is going to be happening. You will see a lot of organizations that are doing a lot in our community, but a lot of people don't know.
They don't know. Yes.
We want people to come there and be aware of what is happening, that through the sixth region, you will get all the support that you need moving forward.
Right. And okay, so all this support that we need, and there's no, like you said, there's no barriers, there's nothing. Will you train you? It will equip you and assist you financially where necessary, even to get a franchise that is existing already. The goal is really to see every family own a business. Exactly. Am I correct in saying that?
Yes, 100%. That's the goal, to make sure that each family owns a business to sustain them. Life is about economics, right?
Yes.
And one language that I believe that it's time for us to begin to speak to one another is economic language. But before we even talk about economic language, one thing that is important that sometimes people think is about the money. I keep saying money is not the issue, it's our mindset. We need to be able to have self-awareness and believe in ourselves. Freedom is not being able to lose somebody from the chains. There's a level that you keep somebody in chains that even when you lose them from the chain, they find it difficult to go far away from the planes because they've been used to staying in one place for a long time. Their mind still feels that they are in chains, even when the chains are not there. And it's about time that people of African origin understand what it means to be free.
Right.
It's one of the things that we are working on, that once you understand what it means to be emancipated, to be free from within, inside out, to understand your identity of who you are. I tell people that it's time for us to understand the message of love. We are a product of love. God is love. And if we understand that message, that we are a product of love, and begin to love ourselves. He said, love your neighbor as yourself.
Yourself. Mm-hmm.
Yourself is the key thing. If you're
Yes.
able to love yourself, then you'll be able to love other people. And I tell you, once we begin to understand who we are and reaffirm our identity, we will begin to intentionally take care of ourselves. Because if I love me, I'll take care of you. It
Yes.
becomes just natural. So the whole thing now is not about I'm looking for money. I keep telling people that we used to hear Bill Gates as the richest man. We hear so many individuals as being very, very rich. But the point is that most of them started the business without money.
Yes.
But the point they were yeah. So when you have very good idea and we're very creative and you continue to speak about your ideas, you will attract the right people that will support you. So money is
Exactly.
not always the thing. People being discouraged, they don't have money. But the point is, do you even believe in your product?
Right.
Do
He's
you
telling
believe in
you.
your
Yeah.
product? Yeah. So believing in yourself is the key to every other thing that you will be able to attract. As a
Right.
man thinks, so is he. It's your thought process is going to be the energy that will attract what you need. And these are some of the things that we want to teach our people to understand that the change is not going to come from outside. It's going to come from inside.
Inside.
And
Yeah.
so from a personal perspective that you are a changed person as a person, then you will affect your community. Community is people. It's me and you in the same community.
Right.
So our
Right.
community cannot be changed from outside. The change has to come from inside. And it has to be a personal decision between us to begin to think that we love ourselves enough to look for what will make sure that we move forward.
Right. And I think one thing you said there, the key thing, and I always say this to people: as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Yes. And so you become what you think. Your thought is displayed or manifested in your actions. Yes. And if we can think positively, we can bring forward the ideas that we have in our hearts. Yes. I think I lost it. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's correct.
That's all.
Yeah, we need to be intentional. These things don't happen by themselves, by accident. And you cannot be complaining about your community and speaking evil about it and expect it to
To
give
grow. Yeah.
It doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
Life and death is in the power of the tongue.
Tongue.
We need to learn to speak life to ourselves. We are always destroying ourselves, using social media to do things without even, if somebody offends you, why don't you talk to them first?
Right.
Why don't you, first of all, find a way to at least forgive yourself and forgive them before saying any other thing? These are some values that we need to get back to the original state. It is our responsibility to take care of ourselves. Nobody will do it.
I think our Prime Minister said no one is coming to help us. So we have to start doing for ourselves what we want others to do for us.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. Looking for help outside of yourself. It's when somebody keep doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. I don't know. They said it's lunatics. It's So it's important that we understand they need to change something. You don't use the same mind that created a problem to solve a problem.
Exactly.
You have a different mind to solve a problem.
Exactly.
And so it's important. And I keep saying that we are spirits having a human experience. I can't say that enough. That you understand that when you think of doing something wrong to another person, you are not doing it to the person you're seeing in the physical. He's a spirit. And in this world of spirit, there is decency that we need to understand. Spirits don't die. By doing something to a spirit, you're hurting yourself. And so we need to be to learn how to really take care of ourselves and take care of other people. We need to understand the language of love, my brother John.
Yes,
that's what people need to understand. That you can't change anything without understanding who you are. You are a product of love. And if you understand what love is, then we know for sure we are going to take care of ourselves, and speak love to one another and care and have compassion for one another. And
amen to that.
We'll be able to change ourselves.
Yeah, I'm glad you say that, because a lot of times self-hate is one of the most destroying and disfiguring everything of our people. When we preach the self-destructive messages, of ridiculing one another, always saying, I don't know, he will make it, he's just doing this. We're sowing seed of discord. And our tongue, like you said, the power of life and death lies in the tongue. So it's important for us to speak good to people. And we see somebody doing a business, don't use our tongue to lash them and put them down, but instead use it to empower them. It's like feeding one side of the vineyard and not feeding the other side. Yeah, one side will die, one side will grow. And with what you're doing and your organization is doing is to feed both sides of the equation here. I could say three sides: the Caribbean, Latin America, and Africa. Everybody getting fed, so nobody left behind. Like I said, we don't want to leave nobody behind. We want to take everybody with us. So we have this thing in Grenada right now, as our 50th anniversary is being celebrated for the full year. We're moving up together. We're going up, and I so happy that the region and is coming together with the 6 region is pulling all the resources they have to get our people on board for economic takeoff. And I really, really want to see that happening, because, like you said, the problem that what brought us to where we are, we can't use the same mindset to move to the next level, right? So it is critically necessary for us as a people to collaborate on all fronts to ensure our economic power takes off and stay on the level or higher level, to ensure that we are one people with one destiny, making a difference for our people and the generation to come, to laying the foundation. Yes?
Yes, it's so important. And wealth and money have no tribe. It doesn't matter. And we need to understand that. Sometimes, really, yes, there are things that have happened that it seems that we've been aged out from the economic setup. But that's why I'm saying that, once things get right with you, that's why we want to support one another, that we begin to right. When you begin to make money, right, you'll be surprised. The banks are the one that will be coming to you.
Yes,
right?
yes.
You go to bank to ask for money, they look like, and then you find a way to start making money. They're hearing about you, your business is going well. They will be on your face. Do you want more loan? Do you want more money?
Yes.
Everybody is coming to you. They don't even look at your color anymore.
No.
Because you are now successful.
No,
and that's why I say we need to look inwards and take care of ourselves first. That money have no color. Don't think that anybody is against you. You need to show the value system. That's what we want to build. Build your value and create the kind of impact that you want. It's not about, once you begin to have the mindset that the system don't like you, then the system will not support you.
Right.
You have to be part of the system to change the system. And that's where we are telling you to come together. Let's work together and support one another, that we can become that which we expect to become.
Right.
You're not going to find it from outside. And instead of complaining, put that energy to say, what am I going to do to change the narrative? If you go somewhere and they did not support you, they blocked you, didn't get the loan, the question is, what are you going to do? I have faced this situation. That's why I went as far as doing what I'm doing today, to make sure that nobody else in our community will say that they did not get the support financially to do their business. And your mindset have to be in the right place. It is what we go through that should be able to support us in bringing change, not to sit back and be complaining and criticizing the system. Be the change that you're looking for. We call you to come forward and tell us how you think or believe. Right. Support and change things. The ideas are within you. The process are within you. The systems are within you. But you need to come. It takes a team to make the dream work.
Yes.
It takes a team to make a dream work. No matter how beautiful, exciting your dream is, no matter how big it is, if you don't have a team together, you are all on your own. Yeah. It becomes a sleeping dream. It will not be an awakening dream. You need to come to a place where your dream is awakened, not that you're sleeping. And so when you awaken in your place of dream, then you will see the things that you imagine, the things you believe, the things you anticipate, the things you hope. With faith, it will come to pass.
Definitely. I'm a believer in all of what you just said. I'm not only being converted again, but I'm just enlightened and empowered. Because that's the kind of message I preach. I want people to come out of economic dungeon, to rise above the occasion. One of the things that we find a lot happening in our communities, like you said, is self-pity, self-defeat, right? Or call things that are not as though they are. Yes? And that's one of the things that I'm happy you say, you have to speak in the positive, in the affirmative. Say what we want to see happening, and it will happen to us. I think it was Les Brown who said, only quality people. Yes? But you could qualify people to become quality people. right? Because sometimes people they've been beaten so badly, their wounds are so deep that they feel there's no healing for it, right? And they decide to give up. But now we know that the sixth region with the Caribbean are now putting not just banding solutions, but is teaching up the wounds for better healing and for long lasting healing, economically speaking here. So we could move up together and have one Caribbean, one Africa together in home and abroad. As Marcus Garvey says, Africa for Africans and home and abroad. So this is a message of economic empowerment. So our region, our people can empower themselves and grow up together. Yes? Nobody left behind. I love the message. Nobody left behind.
Yes. No one behind. Leaving no one behind. Greatness is not outside. Greatness is within.
Within
if
us.
you don't see within us greatness, you will never find it. People think that greatness is based on fame and money, because and all that. We have heard and we know a lot of people who have so-called become wealthy, but they kill themselves. You can try to be wealthy, but not finding that the greatness of wealth is within you. If you are not self-sufficient and self-aware of who you are, you can get everything on the outside and it will destroy you. But you need to understand that you are great from the inside.
Yes.
Self-confidence of who you are. Whether or not that things have gotten to where you want it to be or not, you need to keep your head high and not put your head low, because you're already great being alive. I tell people, if you understand the journey of being born as a human being, how many sperms, billions of them, that went through,
yes,
millions of sperms that go through to fertilize one egg, and you are the one that made it. You are already a winner. We are already a champion.
Exactly.
You are not here by accident or a mistake. It means that you are a fighter, and your own was the matching, sperm that connected with the egg. And so because of that, you're already a champion.
A champion. Born to win.
Winner.
Yes.
If you have that mindset of a winner, it means there's nothing you cannot achieve. I don't care what you're going through now. We are saying that together we can build and strong again. There is the holy book, it's written, says that 7 times a man can fall, 7 times he will rise again. It doesn't matter how much things or life has beaten you. Take that as a form of an experience to rise again. I believe in our community. I believe in who we are. No matter what life has thrown to us, whether you call it transatlantic slavery, or we are thinking of reparative justice and thinking of racism and all that. Listen, if we don't respect ourselves, nobody will respect us. You don't force respect, you earn respect.
Amen.
And it's time for us to show the world that we are stronger together. And if we can do it together, the world will be ashamed of themselves for whatever they have done to a people that God has created just like them. And so it's time for us to rise to the occasion and be proud of ourselves and look each other in the eye and say, you're my brother, you're my sister. Let's just want to hand together, work together, and achieve the common goal of building our social economic strength as a people.
Other people. Thank you so much. Doctor, there is one message that if you could leave with the people that listening today, what would you say to the general population now, have been said, all you said today, to get them to come on out to the function? What would you say to them?
What I'm saying to them is, please share the information. Come one, come all. Please. You might have said that you have tried and nothing works. Why not this time? What stops you from giving yourself another chance of coming together as a people under the 6th region banner? Come on the 7th of September at the Queen Street, which is the Toronto City Hall, at 10 o'clock in the morning. As a matter of fact, we are well prepared for you. There will be breakfast, there will be brunch. You come and eat and let's talk. And probably even by the time we finish, we'll feed you again. You come and let's talk. So you have school is started. People have had holidays and all that, and people have spent money. Let's talk about how we can replenish. Let's talk about how before the end of this year, we are smiling to end the year. Okay, all your dreams and your imagination can be achieved. So we encourage you to come. Physically will be great. Yes, it's a hybrid, but I tell you, of course, you could see what happened with technology. We were here, some things happen, right? You don't want to miss anything. We don't want the glitches to affect what we're doing.
Right.
We call everybody, share the information, share the message, get the flyer, go to the website au6rg.org, get all the information and call us. You can call 647 830 6077. And with that, I believe that you will receive all the necessary information that is required.
Right. All right. Thank you so much, Doc, for being here today and sharing this wonderful burst of information. I'm overwhelmed right now. I'm excited about what will happen in the region for our people at home and abroad, and especially those of us in African origin in North America, especially those of us in Canada on Wednesday. I wish everybody who listening could come on down and be part of that movement of change, economic change and development. That's what I want to happen to. I'm looking forward to seeing this happening.
And there are great speakers that are coming. We have a lot of speakers, that will be there. And so 647-640-6077 is the number to call should in case you want more inquiries. 647-640-6077 or au6rg.org. We have individuals like Dr. Karim will be there. We have Dr. Alisa White will be there. We have Dr. Dexter Todd. We have the head of AU ECOSOC, presiding officer Khalid Bodali. He will be there speaking. We have the head of the ECOSOC Secretariat from the AU will be there speaking. We have the chair of the African CARICOM community, Caribbean. He will be there speaking. So we have a lot of people, those who have traveled, those who will be online. They will be a quality time together. The head of peace and security for the whole of the African continent will be there speaking, and we also have the CARICOM department as well.
Right.
Intergovernmental organization IGAD that oversees so many countries in Africa. Intergovernmental body, they will be there speaking as well. And so we are here collectively to join force together and support one another. So it's a program you don't want to miss.
Right.
We have enough space. We want that place to be packed full, and let's have that conversation. Fitzroy Gerard, the chair of the CARICOM Council Call, they are speaking. And so we want everyone to know that it's going to be a packed event, whether you're a media person, whatever that you do, or that you have a network. Please share the information, invite everybody. We have to have a conversation within ourselves and solve our own problem ourselves. And I know that also John Callisto is going to be there himself.
Yes, definitely.
So you don't want to miss him being there to interview you and ask you how you feel and all that. We also have Dr. Barbara herself is going to be there.
Yes.
Speaking. One of the things that is a big challenge in our community is that we need to learn how to forgive ourselves and heal. A lot of people, they don't even know what that means. People are grieving. They lose a job, they are grieving. They lose a relationship or a partner, they are grieving. Somebody that they are grieving. They think they have overcome these things. And these are some of the things you're going to be hearing where we are able to heal ourselves. There will be programs like Healing Circle that help us to reflect in the inside and connect to our self-awareness and begin to think from ourselves. And the youths, a lot of them are going to be there. We are so happy that the youths are saying that they don't want us to be talking to them and talking over them. They're going to be involved to discuss. And so if you know any young people, whether Gen Z, Gen Z, Millennium, all of them,
come on out.
And let's discuss how we can solve our own problems. It's going to be a packed full event, and it's a place that you don't want to miss.
Amen to that. Well, with that being said, I really want to thank you again and Dr. Barbara for linking us up again a second time. And that will be the second, it will be a third and full time. We will be back here to dispense a lot of information to our people. And I hope after that session, that convention this week, that we'll have a third chat about the impact that came out of that session on Wednesday. So we're gonna look forward, and say, well, this what was done, this what happened, and that's the way forward. So I'm looking forward to it, and I hope that other persons will gravitate toward the sixth region and be part of the movement for change, economic change and development in the region, Caribbean and North America, to help us to foster better our economic outlook. Like I said, if we, I think it was Miles Monroe who said, the tree been there all year. One day no fruits and nobody pay attention to the tree. So when you start bearing fruits, so you start looking up. I'm waiting for when the fruits get ripe. Right? So what I'm saying to you, nurture the tree so you get good fruits from it. Yes? And don't wait until you have fruits and you say, I'll pick your fruit, but be part of the process of the growth and development of the tree. I want to thank you so much for being here this morning. Any closing remarks? Go ahead and we'll do that.
We just want to say that the spirit of Ubuntu is what is guiding us. I am because we are. I want you to know that we love you, and we want you to understand how much we love you, and come and experience that love, because we are love ourselves. We're a product of love, and come and experience. You can't find it anywhere else. Love is not in. It's within you, and let us share that love one another and support one another. Let's be authentic. Let's be honest to ourselves. Let's be real. Let's have those conversations. And please, let's solve the problems together. Every problem is a wisdom problem. It's a wisdom problem. Through wisdom, the earth was founded. If you want to solve it, you need wisdom. And I tell you, the divinity in you is the key. The same God that holds the sun and the moon is the breath that you have. Without him, you will not be alive. And so because of that, know that you have the energy to make it happen. So I want to encourage you to say, please, let us support one another. And if anybody has wronged you, on my behalf, I say, I am sorry. We apologize, okay? For whatever disappointment you might have faced. Some people say, oh, the community don't want to help me and that happened. Please, I say sorry, forgive. Let's now do it right. What can you do to fix it? That's the question. Come, let's discuss it. Let's reason together and let's solve our problem together. Thank you.
Amen. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And again, and thank you for being here this morning. It has been a plum pleasing pleasure as well as a privilege to have you here with us. And I thank you again, Doc. Have a wonderful day. I'm looking forward to a exciting Wednesday. Yes?
Thank you. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes. Tune into Gem FM and hear them out every other sections and just getting all the feedback and information. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I don't know how much again to say thank you to you and your organization for doing what you guys are doing. But on behalf of Gem FM and the Caribbean region, I want to say thank you so much for joining forces with us to become and to have and to be better.
Yes, please. Thank you. Please remember, it's Saturday, September the 7th. Saturday, September the 7th. It's at Toronto City Hall, Queen Street, downtown Toronto. Please. Thank you.
Yes, Saturday 7th, not Wednesday, sorry. Saturday 7th, the 40th. I have two events in my head.
Yes, it's a Saturday, not a Wednesday. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, Queen Street West, 100 Queen Street West, Saturday. Thank you.